Hey everybody. Hi guys. How is everybody? What's going on, everyone? Um so if you're here, then you've probably seen my last stream and you probably have a good idea of what's going on, but if not, I'll just give you a quick rundown really quick. So thank you, Sharamar. So just a brief rundown. I had a stream the other night and I wanted to talk about how everything was kind of starting to fall apart for the pig pen and whatnot. And, I was just on a good mood streak and I had fun the day before hanging out with you guys. And I was like, hey, let's hang out, right? So we're chilling on my stream and lo and behold, um, one of Michelle, excuse me, my bad. I really didn't even mean to say that. One of Mama Hog, Mother Hog, Mrs. Hog, whatever they call her, I don't know. One of her people from her family had gotten wind about some things, I guess, that Mrs. Hog had said about her on her own live stream. So a viewer out there who I now know who it is. I didn't at the time. I didn't even know about this until her name was Akita, the sister-in-law, by the way. Really nice lady. Very nice lady. So here I am sitting here just talking about normal stuff, and like then all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, her sister-in-law is in the chat," and I'm like, "Yeah, sure." Like I kind of was like, "Yeah, right, you're lying to me," but anyways, it really ended up being her, and she was none too pleased. I don't know if she's in the building tonight, but if she is, hello. I know that it's a lot to take in. So anyway, somebody had hit her up and said, "Hey, just so your sister-in-law, Mrs. Hogg, is talking about your husband, and she had." Guys, I don't watch Mrs. Hogg, so this whole like thing that got explained to me is kind of confusing to me about where all this comes in, right? It's a lot for me to take in. I can barely keep up with my own Pigpen stuff, but it's a lot. And I'm glad that Akita and Larry, got help and they got the information. And at the same time, at the very, very same time, it makes me feel really kind of awkward and bad in a way because like can you imagine being Akita and Larry and having some person on the internet like reach out to you and be like, "Hey, just so you know," but like I completely understand why this person did it. Like I get it. I don't hold any bad feelings towards them or whatever. Like I get it. I understand why they were talking about their child. Mrs. Hogg was talking about their child. Like I get this person's intentions, but at the same time, as we all know, I get blamed for everything. Like yo, Rona is my fault. The Israeli, not Israeli, the freaking, I don't even know, the Russian, what is it again? What's the other place? I don't even watch the news. God forgive me. The war, the freaking war that's going on right now. That's my fault too. I don't even know what it's about, but it's my fault too. Okay, okay. I almost said Palestinian. I don't even know. Hashtag blame easy Ukraine. Thank you, freaking Ukraine. Sorry, I got discombobulated. Freaking Ukraine. I knew that. I knew it. It was just a little pressure. I was trying to think of it on the spot, and I got a little stage fright. And you know how my words get sometimes. Anyways, so what was I saying? So if you follow me on Instagram, you know that after my last live, I was like, awkward. I should have told the lady to run. Why did I let her on my panel? She's really nice. I feel like these people don't know what's in store for them. Like I feel like they don't know what's in store for them. Guys, I shouldn't look. Why was she so nice? I shouldn't have let her come up. Now they're gonna ruin her life. Like I was bugging out. I literally was bugging out over it that night. I'm like, I don't think these people realize like how nasty these pigs are. Like, they really don't realize it. They don't. And it makes me nervous for them. It does, because they're, not only are they family members, but I'm pretty sure they live near each other from what I'm told. That makes me nervous, But at the end of the day, everybody was just trying to do the right thing. And at the end of the day, it's not like Akita, or even Larry for that matter, which is Mrs. Hogg's brother, got up here and bashed her and said these horrible, horrible, horrible things about her. I mean, it wasn't even that bad. Like, I mean, wouldn't you be mad if you found out some your sister-in-law or your sister was telling people on the internet they adopted your kid, and that's not true? It's just like a weird energy, right? It's just like we've all known all along, all of us, right? How crazy and weird and strange these people are. That's just my opinion, but you probably know it too. So, I don't know. So the person that's been talking to them has still been talking to them, and you're not going to believe this, guys. You're not going to believe this, you guys. Oh, Larry's here. I really like Larry. He was in the comments. He was like, "Yeah, it's me, the brother that was on the toilet, the brother shitter or something." He said. It made me laugh. Cause they're good people. I can just rate Akita. I can't talk. Akita radiates nice energy, and she's really good with an audience. When she showed up and she had her headphones on and her gamer chair, I'm like, yo, is she one of us? Like, she probably could run a better stream than me. Anyways, I really like them, and I just don't want them to have any problems. That's all. So, and of course, I can't help but think when I lay in bed at night, my mind races, right? I'm like, oh my God, these people really think that I'm the one that reached out to them, and they're probably going to start contacting my family because, Mr. Pig said the other day that he has my grandfather's phone number. Well, did you know that both of my grandfathers are deceased? So good. Hello from the other side. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you know if you're gonna use Adele's phone. I don't know, but you can't call him. You can't call him. And I did not contact your family. I literally was blindsided by this. Okay, all right. I was. And if you want to believe me, that's great. If you don't, then that's great too. But you guys got to remember something over there. All the things, all this nasty that you say about me and all these things you accuse me of and all these accusations you've made, they're all bunk. I know I'm not a bad person. I know that I've done nothing wrong. I know my paws are clean. You see me on the screen and me waving at you with my paw hand? Okay? And that's all I care about at the end of the day. All right? Speaking of accusations, things you've said about me and yada 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 yada, let's just, I was sitting here before my stream started and I'm like, these people got some effing nerve. Let me tell you, run your mouth. But let me ask you something. Have any of you in the chat, and I mean this, okay? If you're a hater out there in the building watching, I don't care, because I know you're out there too. I'm all in your hard drive, right? And you've seen proof or evidence of any of the things they've said about me, speak now if ever hold your peace. I got clips saying that it's everything from my kid was taken, which my kid was never taken, ever. And I think that Just Doom admitted that to Mr. Hogg, that he made that up, right? He made that up and he said sorry to me. But they're still running with it, right? They're still running with this. Saying, oh, I never lost my kid, never. And that I stole pills from my workplace. What? Where did this come from? Where do you get this information? Is this another Just Doom, tequila bottle freaking story? Is that it? Is that what it is? And then my ex left me. That's a lie. I'm a government cheese. That's a lie. I'm on Section 8. That's a lie. I've talked about their kids and doxed them. That's a lie. I've never doxed them. As a matter of fact, do you guys remember when they showed the police report and they literally left their freaking street name, their city, and all that stuff on it? Like, hello, you doxed yourself, and you're mad that I left out the part that said Kia on the tweet? I X'd out her birthday, the license plate number, everything, the street. All I left was Kia. Oh, look, she's doxing me. You guys, look. When he does his Twitter scroll through, because he's such a tough guy. And that's what bothers you. That's what bothers you about me. You can't get to me like you get to the other women in your life, and that bothers you. I see right through you. Okay? Guys, guess what? Guys? This dude is so sad that he literally went, okay, last night he put a map on his Twitter from his house to my house, okay? And he said he had a long haul to make, and it had my actual city name, okay? Now, newsflash, I live south of Boston. I don't live in Boston. I never said I lived in Boston. I live south of Boston, even though he calls me fake Boston, whatever. Like, yeah, dude, I don't live in Boston. I just tell people, like, that's the area I'm from because it is. I live 20 minutes from there. Anyways, have you ever in your life seen a more pathetic human being? I'm sorry, okay? If you're a grown-ass man on the internet trying to drive to a panda girl's house in Boston, you need to get your head checked, dude. And like I've said from day one, this is the internet. Oh yeah, my fake accent. Oh my God, I know, right? My fake accent. Can you even imagine how difficult that would be of all the talking I do on here to have a fake accent the whole time? Because we know I don't have no poker face, so I definitely don't have no poker voice or accent for that matter. He put it on his community page, yeah. So it's just really weird energy, man. And here's the thing, you guys. Everyone's like, oh, go to the police, do this, do that. Now, here's the thing. And a couple people have come to me and said, oh, I think he's doing this, so you will get a TRO. So you'll have to stop talking about him, because that's what drives him nuts, you guys. The fact that, I speak about him. That's what drives him crazy. So I think that, he wants to just say whatever he wants about me and lie about whatever he wants about me, and for me to just sit back and take it. And a lot of the times I have. You guys know that, right? Like there was like a long period of time where I was barely here, and I'd pop on Instagram like once a week, maybe, like in comparison to what they've done and what they've said. Like, you can't, that doesn't compute. It just doesn't. If there was a scale of justice in front of us and you would put his dirt on it and my quote unquote dirt on it, I mean, come on. His would be so heavy, mine would top over, go flying across the room, boo, you know what I'm saying? Like, did you get that visual? I hope so, because that's how my mind works. He wants more info on you. Oh no, he has my info, and I'm so glad you said that, Camilla. Let me tell you something. Okay. He had a whole stream about me, from what I hear, saying I'm creepy, that I called his area police to find out if he was lying about the FBI thing, right? But he didn't tell his audience that the reason why I did that is because he implicated me in a federal crime. So you bet your ass I'm gonna find out what's going on, okay? You don't implicate me in fucking crimes. You've done that a couple times, and I don't appreciate it, and I'm sick of it. Okay, so of course I called, and I ain't trying to hide that. I made it very, very, very aware. I made everyone aware of that. But guess what? He's like, that's creepy. You want to know what's even creepier? Let me show you what's even creepier. Okay, because I know that a lot of newer people who maybe know Akita and Larry, maybe they're here, maybe they don't know, maybe the scragglers, the misfits that are left in Roadhog's circle need to be reminded of just how vile this man has been, and then show me what I've done in comparison. I freaking dare you to. Please, please, please. Okay? So, I bet you, Akita, Larry, whoever else hasn't seen this shit, okay? And he knew this was after the first live I ever did. Do you guys remember when I did that live? I had that red lipstick on. It was on fire. But anyways, do you remember when I was like, yo, come on panel? And he was like, I can't come on panel. I was like, yeah, I know. And it was like harmless back and forth, like literally like everyday internet back and forth. Like I was kind of like, he was talking crap in my chat and I was talking crap to him, and like it was normal like banter. And then all of a sudden he dove face first off the crazy building. Yeah. Okay. And he already had known my name and my location at that point, but I'm the creepy one. Bro, you really think I'm stupid, and that's the thing. I'm not your wife. I know what's going on. I keep track of what's going on. I have records on what you've done. And if you think for one motherfucking second you're going to stand in front of a judge and I'm going to look like the bad guy, I dare you to. Ready, guys?
Todd Paulson's over in your chat. You're fine with him. But would Todd Paulson like to know that you're the one that coerced all motherfuckers to join up together to get CPS on him and Kate? Okay, you ain't said shit. You're fine with it.
That's another lie. Nobody has ever proven that. That's a lie. I had the county phone number in my video. It wasn't even the right county. That's a lie. Straight up. Everything he has, every single thing they have said about me has been a lie. And that's okay though. You know what I'm saying? That's okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Have I been missing? Guys, I think I missed a sticker. Who was it from up top? I'm so sorry. It was from a while ago. If I didn't see it, I'm so sorry. Sometimes when I get like talking, I have to like look away from the chat because I have ADHD. I've already explained that, and I get wicked sidetracked, Sally, and like this whole stream will just, you know what I'm saying? The elbows start going, the buttons come down, and next thing you know, Easy's off the screen. You know what I'm trying to say? Anyways, Atheist Miracle. Why you so quiet on the McRae story and how he used the KJ lawsuit money for his channel? What does McRae have on you? You paid me $4.99 to ask me that? Bless your heart. Hi Atheist Miracle. You must be new here because in case you didn't notice, I did a whole end of my stream. It was like sister wives break up. Actually, it's timestamped and chaptered in, I don't know, not last video, but the video before maybe. Or it was either the last video or the one before that where I talk shit about Steve McRae. What are you talking about? Please ask for a refund for your $4.99 and go fly a kite. Have a great night. Now back to business. Yep. Okay. Where were we? Let me get back to this fucking thing. I don't have fucking patience for these people anymore. I just don't.
So, hey everybody. Hey. I'm good. I'm sitting on my 30-minute break at work. Want to get it done, and I guess we have to handle this the way that it needs to be handled, and that's fine by me. Exy's over in her live right now, doing her bullshit. I came mad or tried to talk to her. They blocked me out, and that's fine. That just she wanted to start the name calling. So here's what's happening. I have shown me and her have been disrespected. If you see my live earlier today, I never called her out of her name. She said some fucked up shit. It is what it is. Her chat keeps continuously doing what it is, and she's okay with it. And she's basically hanging off my ball second. That's fine. So now she wants to go this level. That's fine with me. We can go to that level. All that fucking bleach that she's putting in her hair is rotting her brain. She can sit over there and say whatever the fuck she wants. She wants to insert herself in the drama. Well, I got some surprises for her. It's not me who called CPS on somebody or tried to set up the CPS allegations and all this stuff, but that shit's out there. That's not me. You want to see what dirt is? Here's what dirt is. It's not my fault that you went to a fucking mental asylum because you tried to kill yourself because you're so fucking stupid. And CPS on somebody or try to set up the CPS allegations and all this stuff, but that shit's out there. That's not me. You want to see what dirt is? Here's what dirt is. It's not my fault that you went to a fucking mental asylum because you tried to kill yourself because you're so fucking stupid.
That's right. Sorry, I didn't mean to slow it down like that. That was weird. Anyways, now folks, this was all because I told him to come on my panel and defend himself. He was in my chat going, it wasn't a blackmail. It wasn't blackmail. It wasn't blackmail. And I was like, come up here and tell me. He's like, oh, I can't. I'm at work and blah, blah, blah. And then he signed off and then he went face first off the deep end for 35 minutes. For 35 minutes, he went in on me, okay? And then he deleted it because that's what he does. He deletes, he retreats, and he hides. Do I delete stuff? Do I retreat stuff? Do I hide stuff? No, because I am who I am. You know what I'm saying? Ocean Breeze, thank you for sending me that sticker that said lies on lies on lies. And Stacy Bobbles, my moderator, thank you for telling me who it was that I was looking for. You're such a great moderator. I love you guys. Yeah, he said he didn't have StreamYard on his phone. You don't need StreamYard on your phone. It's a stupid link you click. You don't need the app. It's not an app. So I think that night, you guys, I think he felt really cornered and really silly because we were like, come on up. You know what I mean? You run a channel, you have a mouth, you can explain yourself. Like, you know what I mean? I think he felt really silly and he dove face first off the building in this 35-minute video. No, I'm not going to play the whole thing for you because it's really nasty. as you heard, we're not even in the first 2 minutes, and he already said, it's not my fault you try to kill yourself and you went to a mental asylum because you're stupid. He calls me a effing pillhead. He says the bleach rotted my brain. I mean, I could go on and on and on. It's really unhealthy, not only for me to listen to, but for people in my chat to listen to, because it's that disgusting, okay? Now, never in my life have I had a man take that unwell to anything. Especially on the internet, and it tells me more about him than anything, right? Now, I'm going to do you guys a favor and not play this. If for some reason you want to see it out there or whatever, I'll send you the link. I have it in my Dropbox, but it's not something I really want to play because it's really, really vile, okay? But that's just a little dose, a tiny dose of day one, okay? Now, he goes on in that video to say he knows I don't live in Boston. Okay, so we're not even in on the war yet. You already know where I live. You called me by my first name in that video. And if anyone out here doesn't believe me and they want proof, I'll send you the link. I don't have a problem. You know, I back up every single thing I say. And if I can't, I'll tell you I can't. I'll tell you that it's a guess or it's just an assumption or it's just my opinion or whatever. I don't sit there and you know what they did to me, guys? They made up the nastiest lies you can make about someone. Literally. And they threw them at the wall and hoped it stuck, and it didn't. And it didn't. So back to what we're here for anyways. There's a lot of people who forget how this started, who point to me. Like, I would love, what I would love, guys? I would love there's a girl in his chat that's always in the screenshots I get sent. Her name's Ashley, and it begins with a D, her last name in the chat. That one, even Just Doom, Chronic Space, any of you freakazoids out there who think that anybody, any of them, any of you, I dare you to come up here and explain to me what I have done that is so vile. Now let me go through this little list for you, and I'm paying for I'm paying attention to the chat, but I'm me, guys, so please forgive me if I miss something. But there's a couple things I want to go over, and then I'm gonna tell you about the unicorn, because you ain't gonna believe this shit either. I can't make this stuff up. I can't. So I explained why I called the local police department. They implicated me in a big time crime, right? They did. Okay. Why did I FOIA her arrest from the other day? Because they call me a criminal and I'm not, and they've never proven that ever. And I'm so sick of them that I was like, oh, so you got arrested and you calling me a criminal? So you're damn right I did. Yep, somebody on Twitter. Now listen, I didn't go looking for it. Someone on Twitter said she got arrested. So I was like, it piqued my interest. So I was like, damn, I wonder if she really did get arrested. So then I looked for it and it was really easy to find. So it's not like I have some kind of like alert on my freaking computer where if they do something, it was something I saw someone on Twitter. I think it was one of the ex-moderators actually, who used to like them and doesn't anymore, said she was arrested, and then I looked into it, and I just explained to you why I did that, right? Now, listen, a lot of you have reached out to me on Twitter today and been like, how can I help you? I can't believe this man has your city up there on that map. I can't believe he's pretending to drive to you, yada, yada, yada. And here's the thing, and even Unirock stepped in today, like how is this still going on? And I think I need to tell you guys something out there so you have a better understanding, right? Like, I hear about a lot of the things that they do, not even just to me. This isn't not even just to me. I hear about the threats. I get sent all this stuff, but I don't watch them, right? Like, so for me to sit there, I'd have to subject myself to listening to the garbage they spew, the vile venom they say, right? Which is already not good to do in the first place. And secondly, I would have to sit down, get timestamps, put it all together. Like, there's a process to reporting people. Like, I don't give a shit enough. Like, yeah, he's getting really scary. I get it. But like, I can't subject myself to that. So like, if you guys see anything threatening or concerning, please just send me the timestamp and the link to the video. Like, that would be the best thing anybody can do for me. That way I don't have to watch his 3-hour Sandpaper Lives, because I can't handle his voice. He triggers me, dude. He's just like really gets under my skin. Like, ugh. I mean, do you blame me? Like, he's so awful. And I noticed that the missus erased all her videos about me off her channel. Isn't that funny? I wonder why. Did you erase them all because you didn't want to go get an RO looking like a stalker yourself? Is that why? Just kidding. We know you didn't get the RO. Anyways, so remember how I said at the beginning of my stream, right? I said, yes, protect my peace, Stoner Chick. Exactly. Protect my peace, protect my energy. I don't meditate frequently to go and watch Mr. Roadhog. You know what I'm saying? That would kind of zero it out. I'm not gonna meditate and then go watch Roadhog. It'd be just like, might as well not even meditate. You know what I'm saying, girl? Like, you get it? It's like pointless. It zeroes itself out. I need my charger. Hold on 1 second. I always do this. Okay. Laptop chargers are the worst, you guys. You ever notice how horrible they are? They never last long, right? So, thank you, Waxy. Team Waxy in the building. Okay. All right. Let me get my notebook, my handy dandy notebook. Okay, so remember earlier in the stream I had said to you that Yaya's their hero. What a joke. Oh my god. Yaya's only the hero because she got sent to the liar's table. You know what I'm saying? Remember I told you guys about the liar's table in the lunchroom? That's where she sits now. Officer Honeypot to the rescue. Oh, why did you? Never mind. Okay, so... Okay, remember... All right. Focus, AZ, focus. Remember in the beginning of the stream how I said that somebody was being a middleman between me and the sister-in-law and the brother, right? Which I do know she did follow me on Instagram. I'm sure if I wanted to talk to her one-on-one, I could. I told her that eventually I probably would say hi to her or something. But so apparently, if you were here in my chat the other night, you know about a guy that was in the chat. Oh my god, I can't even think of his name right now. He was claiming to be a half-brother of the missus, okay? Well, I was told that this information can be out there publicly. The half-brother to the missus, and if you remember his name, you can write it in the chat, because I guess he doesn't care or something. I would say it, but I literally can't remember it. Anyways, the half-brother said that she is not pregnant, Mrs. is not pregnant, and that is just a flat-out lie, and I wouldn't be surprised. Yes, James Wright, thank you. So apparently James Wright really is a brother, apparently, and so I had asked this person, this middle person, I said, well, how does James Wright know that to be true? And they were like, I don't know. He just said that he definitely knows it to be true, and he doesn't care if you say it, and blah, blah, blah. Now, no disrespect to James Wright or to Larry Akita, any of the family members at all. I don't know how he knows that. So, like, I'm just telling you what I was told. You know what I'm saying? Larry wants you to say parks at the harbor. Oh, you mean park the car in the Harvard Yard, Larry? Is that what you wanted me to say? Park the car in the Harvard Yard? Parks at the harbor? Clam chowder? You know what I'm saying? Water? What accent? Anyways, okay, Larry, hope... It's so funny when people, like, say things like that about me. It's so not weird to me. Like, when I tell people in my normal life, I'm like, they get a kick out of our accent around here, and they're like, oh, I know. I remember when me and my dad and my mom and my brother went to California, and my cousin, he's around my age, he was telling my dad he sounded like John F. Kennedy. My dad sounds exactly like JFK. Like, it's crazy. Like, he always does the whole, like, ask not what you can do for your country, what your country can do for you. Like, he knows the whole speech. He used to get everybody laughing with that. But anyways, so another thing, you guys. Okay, I actually got this ready ahead of time. You should be proud of me because, like, yeah, it's a fake accent. I know. I love your fake accent. I know. Here's the thing. A lot of people probably think my accent's fake, or the pigs anyways, because when you watch movies like The Departed and things like that, they overdo the accent so bad. Like, it's horrible. They're from, like, Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, they're from this area, but they still, like, overdo the accent. Like, it's crazy. But okay, here's what I wanted to show you guys. Let me bring it up here. Give me 1 second, okay? I'm gonna actually do a little countdown while I bring this screenshot up because this is pretty interesting. All right, I got it. Okay. What you are looking at here, now, I don't know if you read my description before you came into my video. Maybe not. Some people do, some people don't. But the unicorn from the UK who shall not be named, and you can't name her anyways because I took her name out of my chat. And if she's listening, it's nothing personal. I just don't want to flame the fire, okay? She kind of scares me, not gonna lie. And I would rather we just not say her name. We'll just call her Unicorn from the UK. Who doesn't want to be a unicorn anyways, right, girl? Okay, so moving on. I am south of Boston, Victoria. I am not technically Southie because, you know, Southie's like a special little place, but I am south of Boston, so yes and no. Okay, what you are looking at here, my people, is a message. This is how I'm going to tell you. Dun, 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 dun. Now, it has been brought to my attention that the Hogs were so peeved by Akita and Larry coming over on this side that they gave the UK unicorn information. Yes, you heard me. Now, how do we know that? How do we know this to be true? Okay, before I start reading this to you, I'm going to tell you. I had to listen to this VM 85 times on Instagram to actually get this right, and I have it written down. And I redacted all the names. Okay, now, the unicorn. Now, brief history on the unicorn. The unicorn is somebody who Katie Joy Paulson and everyone else in this community, a lot of people have had a problem with. She's done things. She has sent things that are blah. She has sent things to people. She has straight up tortured people in this community, and it's very disturbing. That's why I do not allow her name in my chat, because it scares me, honestly. And it's just kind of awkward because I've heard the unicorn say with her own mouth that she likes me and she likes Julie Virgo, even though we're the first two people to call her out, which is kind of weird. But like, so for me to be like, you scare me is kind of weird, but you scare me. Please don't send people creepy things, please. Anyways, back to business here. Okay. Unicorn mentions Akita's minor son. Okay, she does, and this is the part that really gets weird, right? Not only does she mention Akita's minor son, but she even mentions the girlfriend's name from the older son. Now, how does Unicorn know the girlfriend of the older son's name? Her name begins with an O, I think. I don't know. Or, yeah. So, how does she know that? How does she know that? Well, let's read this, okay? Sounds like Jeremy fed the unicorn information. What'd you say? Oh, and how do we know, guys in the chat, just for them watching, right? Haven't we figured out that he has been in contact with Unicorn before? Why anybody would go out of their way to invoke the unicorn? Exactly, Kim. If you invoke the UK unicorn, you are asking for the curses that come with it. Just facts. Press 1 in the chat if you know that to be true, please. Please. And these people are so sick in the head. They found somebody who is even more sick to try to get to do their bidding, okay, while simultaneously trying to intimidate her and scare her. And if the things she says are true, that's disgusting, and I really hope they did not say these things to her to intimidate her and to scare her. That's awful. Okay, so let me just read this because I'll just keep talking anyways. Okay, so pretend that I'm the unicorn reading this, okay? Hey, I'm sorry to bother you. I saw you are Larry's wife, i.e. Michelle blank sister. I just want to make you aware that Jeremy's actions against myself to make sure you stay safe. He tried to groom me and weaponize me against others. Now, that might be true. When I refused to respond, he sent emails, death threats, and then made a police report in my area telling police the sadistic things he planned to do to me, resulting in my death. He actually made that report to my local police. I was unaware until a few days ago when he sent me an email using the name of, names redacted, the name of the oldest son's girlfriend. So he sent her an email using the name of the older son's girlfriend. That's lovely, right? How would she know that? Obviously, this happened because there's no other way she would have this information, you guys. No other way. Okay? So let's continue. It's confirmed to be him as he sent me the reference number of his report to which I inquired about, and the police gave the report marked as malicious and threatening from him to me. This report can be obtained via police. I reached out to his ex-wife. This is Mr. Hogg's ex-wife. So Unicorn is saying that she reached out to his ex-wife, okay? And spoke to her, which she probably did. That is Jeremy's ex-wife whom he tried to kill. I'm probably going to stay silent on that and plead the fifth because yeah. Pretty sure it happened. Anyways, can I recommend you maybe speak to her? I'm aware of an investigation going on about Mr. Hogg told by police after I myself made a report and forwarded everything he and Michelle had spoken to me about. All right, let's pause right here for a second. Thank you, Kim, by the way. Can anyone confirm Michelle is saying the nutbag is the one that contacted Akita, but that's not the data I'm getting. No. Unicorn did contact Akita, correct, guys? Who is my middle person? I'm pretty sure she did. This is the DM. It says, hey, I'm sorry to bother you. I saw you are Larry's wife. Yeah, she did. But she also knew what you need to understand, Ashes. She also knew information that only the Hogs know. Okay? So in other words, let me just make sure I'm saying this right because it gets super confusing. In other words, the Hogs fed her information, the unicorn information, with the intent that the unicorn would go to them. Now, unicorn is sending them, I'm not done reading this yet, but now the unicorn is sending them links, telling them click on this, click on that. No, don't click the link. Oh my God. When the person told me that, I almost dropped my phone. I was like, don't click the link. Guys, in the chat, tell them don't click the link. So, let's continue. I'm like getting sweaty just thinking about the link clicking. Don't click the link. Anyways, all right. So, all right. I forwarded everything he and Michelle had spoken to me about. Okay. So she's saying she gave everything to the ex-wife. Everything that the Hogs and Unicorn spoke about, the Unicorn gave to the ex-wife. Okay. He told me, and I don't know, man. This better not be true. This is gross. This is so sad. He told me I had coat hangered my baby, which caused a late miscarriage. Okay. My daughter is in heaven, and he crossed the line. That's just so sad. Oh boy. Okay. Now, all right. Now it says hold on. Someone asked me for a link. Hold on. Okay, remember the whole we adopted a child, okay? The child's name, I took it out. Is blank your family? Jeremy said they adopted him. Because he was abused by Michelle's brother, meaning Larry, I think, right? Or is it the other brother? I don't know. See, I don't know what that means, right? gets confusing to me. I'm sorry, guys. See, this is proof that I didn't set all this up, okay? Because I am trying my best here to explain it. I'm having a hard time. Like I said, I had to listen to the VM 9 times. All right, so because he was abused by Michelle's brother, and I'm wondering now, seeing a clip, whether that is true. If do I'd recommend getting a lawyer involved to get custody. Okay. Hey, Jeremy has done awful things to his children. Now remember, this is coming from the unicorn. As much as I dislike this man and as much as I probably believe it, remember, okay? So I'm not out here, I'm just a messenger, okay? I even X'd out the nasty part, and I don't even like the guy, okay? So that shows you I have some humanity. Those children are my main concern. I don't wish to cause you any harm, any drama. I just want you to be aware that if you do need support, it is available. Well, that's nice. That's the scary part, right? They have my address and phone number, and since he obtained them, I've had unknown calls 24/7. My best wishes. Now, I will say this, Unicorn, I've had a lot of unknown calls lately too. That happens a lot. I don't know, but this is definitely Unicorn. Definitely Unicorn contacting them, and it just don't click the links. That's all. Please don't click the links. Please don't. She's like, anybody who sends CP torture videos, like, oh my god, those are the worst of the worst, and I just can never ever forgive that. I just can't, So yes, that's it. So in other words, what has been explained to me is they gave her this girl's name, this girlfriend of the older son. Okay. Do we know whether either of the sons Unicorn mentioned are minors? I believe the one that they said they adopted was a unicorn. Was the minor one, I think. So the one that I took out in red is Blank Your Family. Jeremy said they adopted him. I believe that's the minor one. I think the older one's only brought up with his girlfriend's name, I think, which is weird. If I have this right. I hope I do. So, imagine being so disgusting that you give somebody like Unicorn your family's information and your nephew's girlfriend's name. Think about that. That's what they had to have done. Okay? Because how else would she know that? That's why I give credence to this, because there's no other way. And this is the reason why we know it's Unicorn is the person in the middle. Uh-oh. I have somebody here named It Was Me. Please don't peen bomb me. I think I know who you are. I think you're my middle person, but okay. I'm going to put this person up here and we'll hope we don't see any penis. All right, let's go. Please don't be a penis. Hi.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yay, hi. I can hear you. Yay.
But you can't see me, correct?
I cannot see you. I can just hear you, correct?
Okay, I have your live on. So you know who I am.
Yes.
Okay. It was me, everybody. I contacted Larry initially through Facebook because I felt they needed to know what was going on. I did not hear back from Larry, and I just put the pieces together and figured out Akita was somebody's wife or maybe a sister, and I contacted her and I told her everything, and I sent her evidence for everything.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had myself muted so I didn't echo. Yeah. I completely understand why you did that. I get it. I'm not mad about it at all. I get blamed for everything. Like literally.
No, I know. And I knew you were going to get blamed for it. Anyhow,
and what I said to you earlier
that's why I had said, listen, I am going to set this straight.
Yeah, don't ever tell anybody who you are though, because that's just asking for trouble. Please don't ever do that.
I
Don't
will
feel like
never.
you need to. You technically didn't even have to do this, but once I started hearing you on voice message, I'm like, okay, she's well spoken, so maybe I'll just ask her if she wants to come on. No pressure, like I said, but it's trying to like explain all this. Did I get it right? Did I have this right, by the way, when I explained the whole unicorn message?
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
I believe I've been watching, and I believe Larry's in the chat. I have personally spoken to Akita on the phone. She is probably one. I mean, you guys all saw her the other night. She is probably one of the loveliest persons I've ever spoken to. Her and her husband, and they can verify that it. I mean, from the voice, they can verify it's me. T-Spiracy did none of this.
Thank you.
But when I saw T getting blamed for it, I went straight to her. And I told her from the get-go, at any point, do you want me to clarify this? I am happy to.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
And again, if Larry's still in the chat, I mean, they can confirm it was me.
No, I think I appreciate you coming on and just saying that, my only concern is this, like I've seen what they're capable of, and I like I said to you earlier, I'm like,
First of all,
okay.
they can't find me, and if they did, come. I dare you. I dare you.
Yeah. And I said earlier, I'm like, first of all, everybody in my family loves me, and nobody would, do
Like enough.
crazy. So
Sorry,
I
I
have
don't.
nothing to worry about anyways, like even if they were to try to get some payback or
I'm
something.
not concerned about them. What are they going to do?
Yeah.
They're just, I mean, when they're speaking coherently, they're just full of empty threats.
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
just want them to leave, not just Akita and Larry alone, but their family. Just leave everybody alone. Don't involve them. Don't involve their children. Do not call your brothers, sisters. I don't even know how many she has. Do not call your relatives online, unbeknownst to them. That is just wrong.
No, they did a lot of wrong, and I completely understand why you did what you did. Somebody like me who's already been dealing with the whole wrath of crazy, like I could never consider doing it because I have enough to deal with. You know what I'm saying? But
of course,
but I understand why you did. So you're trying to justify it to me earlier, and I'm like, no, I get it. Like, and I appreciate that you're willing to come out here and say that, because I was thinking, I'm like, oh my god, they're gonna start contacting my family. But then I started thinking about it. I'm like, I have nothing to hide, and my family loves me. Like, what am I worried about? Like,
and I dare them. I dare them to find me. I dare them.
Oh God, careful. Well, hey, you know what? I heard that they were having a fundraiser. This is how pathetic. They're having a fundraiser to hire a private investigator to find out who a robot cat is. Yup, you heard me. A robot cat, everybody. They want to know who Bobby Recaps is. They're gonna use their tax money.
Well, I was just about to say the same. Isn't she using her tax money instead of spending it on her children or on the alleged child that she's about to give birth to? Allegedly. Again, I'm not even going there. That is not for me to speak.
Right.
I think I'm looking at something that says this is the source between Akita and Larry Akita and Larry and I. Wait, who's and I?
Me.
So
me.
Who is actually saying
I know.
that?
What should I write? Hold on, I'm trying to think. Because everyone's gonna be like, who is this?
Oh, is that you writing that?
Yeah. No, that's me. I was trying to make a banner, but it made it really big. And I don't know why. You know me. Tatita over here. This is the source which that let Akita and Larry know. That's what I'll write. Okay. Yeah.
And T probably has about 20 voice messages from me that she's obviously not going to play, but verifying everything.
Yep. It's just wild, man. And I worry, but I don't know if they've gotten. Can you tell us if rewind, AZ? Hold on. Remember the other night when I was live and they were getting text messages already from them, like kind of like bothering them? Have they been bothered at all since all this? I worry. I really do worry about that.
I can't speak too much. It's not my story to tell.
Right.
But that night, Akita sent me the screenshots from that you have up. I told her, under no circumstances do you reply to her. Then she came back to me afterwards and said, she sent me a link and an image, and I said, oh, no. Do not ever open anything from a Nat, because you will never be able to unsee what is possibly behind those images. We all know what is probably behind those images.
Right, we do. And it's scary.
And that was after your live. When was Akita on your panel?
Oh, 2 nights ago.
Now, I did not know that Akita, I was proud of Akita for jumping on, and I was proud that she did not divulge any of their dirty secrets.
Yeah, that was really impressive.
There was part of me that wished she had. Right. I think there's a part of all of us that wish she had, but I'm glad that she didn't. They just want to be left alone.
She's a classy lady. That was really smart of her. That's why I couldn't understand why they were like, I get them being salty over it, but they have to remember, like, they're the ones that, you know, did this to begin with. They put the brother on the phone, like, not telling them. They brought up the kid's name. Like,
yes, and she has brought up two children's names that she has let slip. She's said I mean, we've all heard it. She's adopted 2 kids, then 3 kids. One's you never, the Navy kid, you didn't know if that was a real kid or if that was a stepchild. I mean, nobody really knows the through line through it all, right? But she has dropped a couple of names. I'm not going to repeat those names, obviously. And it was very easy to find out that these grown children have public social media.
Oh boy.
These people are in cahoots with Nat. And clearly you see what they are capable of. So I asked Akita, who is blank? I did not say the name. I asked if that was your nephew, allegedly Michelle's one of her adoptive sons. She didn't answer because she didn't know me from a hole in the ground at the time. Of course, she's just not going to arbitrarily answer some stranger who's contacting her about some crazy in-law that she has. It wasn't until I started to show her proof of things, then I guess she felt a little bit more comfortable, and she said, that is our son. I asked, did Michelle ever adopt him, or was he in Michelle's care or something like that at any time? And she said no.
Wow. That's so weird. Why? See, this is what I don't understand. And I even asked Akita this. Like, why would she say, oh, I had to adopt my nephew for X, Y, and Z? Like, why would she?
I don't know, because apparently as of this morning, she's adopted an 18-year-old brother-in-law.
But why bother telling people on the internet that? Like, what is the point?
Not only that, over the last few months, there's sprinkles that she has put out there. She has talked about going to visit a family member, but she couldn't because of COVID. She let on a little bit more information. Again, I'm not putting that information out. It's not for me to put out. I will not do that. But she extended on those stories. There's extensions to their story. Are they benign little tidbits? Sure. Could anybody put them together? Not really. But to the people where their medical conditions are being spoken about out there and they have no idea, that is just wrong.
Yeah. If that's the case, medical conditions and whatnot, yeah. Real quick, let me just before I forget here. Christy S says that was a great stream, AZ. I appreciate that, Christy. Nice to see you, by the way. And then I have Kimberly Roddy Moms here says AZ secret spy source is now named the Gnome. All right, that's your new name, the Gnome.
I'm the Gnome.
I'm the panda and you're the Gnome. Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay. I actually have great Christmas gnomes that I put up in my house at Christmas time. So
no way. Great. I love gnomes.
Yeah.
My mom has gnomes in the garden.
Oh, yeah. I don't like those gnomes. I like the really pretty,
honestly.
You know, like the ones you can get from like Pottery Barn and stuff like that. Those are great. I don't like the garden gnomes. I'm not a fan of those because they remind me of my grandmother.
Well,
I love my grand. Oh, don't get me. That's coming off wrong.
I was like, I don't know if I want to know.
No. That's coming off so wrong. I loved my grandmother. Unfortunately, they both died when I was very young. But it's just, I guess I would feel like a grandmother with them. Sorry. I have no idea how this conversation just went there.
Oh boy. Ronnie G says, I heard Ma say Larry's son's name and I only watch clips. Wow.
Okay, so it wasn't just me.
No, oh no, I know it's not just you. There's been other people that have told me, because like I don't watch her, so I don't know, but quite a few people have told me that they've heard her talk about that, and you know.
And the problem is that, I mean, everybody here knows, is that they shut everything down afterwards. So I have provided Akita with everything that I could think of. And anytime I can think of something else, I show her more proof. I did not go there without receipts because I wouldn't do that. And I didn't come back to you, AZ, without any receipts as far as this whole thing with Nat and basically and essentially saying it was me, AZ, and I'm not letting you take the fall for this. And if you need me to clarify this, I will. I did say that to you. I said that to you a couple of times.
Right. And I said, no, you don't have to. And like I meant that when I said that too. It's just when I heard you speak on voice message, I'm like, all right, well, she's well spoken. Maybe I'll just throw it out there and see if she wants to talk, you know? So I hope you didn't feel any pressure coming up.
No. I was actually on the phone. So I was on the phone when all that was going on. So I didn't get those messages until afterwards. And you were already live. And I thought, okay, so how do I do this? Because I've never been on StreamYard. I've never been on a panel.
Yeah, everybody thinks it's more complicated than it is. It's literally just click the link, but it gets nerve-wracking because you're like, oh my God, what if the camera comes on? That's what I used to think, like the first time I did it. I was like, but what if I don't know what I'm doing? But it's like so easy. The way they have it set up, like, oh, do you want to show your face? Yes or no? And then you just make up your name. If you can make a picture if you want. It's real easy. It's shocking. But so somebody just asked a question. Where did it go here? Oh boy.
And the thing is, I will say.
Larry says she is our hero for letting us know. Good, Larry. I'm glad you feel that way.
Okay, good. So there, everybody. Larry is now.
I'm glad that
cementing it that AZ had nothing to do with this, and this was me.
Right. They're probably still over there, like, yeah, right. AZ probably paid that lady to come up there and say that.
They should probably stop talking. They should probably stop talking. Again, I will not speak for anybody else. I will not speak for anybody else's experience with these people. However, these people,
they're nasty. They're awful.
Oh no, they're far more nasty than anybody is aware of.
I know. I don't know actually, but I can only imagine. Honestly. All Night Reader, thank you for the sticker. I appreciate that. I'm glad
again, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I will not divulge any information. They should not divulge any information. But if anybody in that family wanted to, they have enough shit too.
I can only imagine.
So I am imploring Mrs. Hogg. I dislike you, but for the sake of your children, stop. Because you will lose this one.
Good advice. Lindsay, you doxed her car. I know. Everyone knows she has a Kia. It's a wrap. Oh, okay. Okay, someone has a question. Did Mrs. say Akita's kid's name on a live? Because now she's denying that ever happened.
Of course she's denying it. She shuts down 70% of their lives.
That's such a lie. There are people in here right now, several people who heard it. What do you think? These people just all made up this name and they just happen to have it right and they just happen to,
And I just don't want, I just hope nobody's dropping that name in the chat.
Yeah, I didn't see it in the chat. I think
and the child that is being mentioned in, I don't even want to say this, Beetlejuice's name in Beetlejuice's post, because I'm afraid that she will come.
Right.
Is not even that child that allegedly Michelle was under Michelle's care at some point. That is actually their minor child. That was the child that Akita said, if she brings my minor child into this, then we're going to have big problems or something to that effect. And lo and behold, look what they did. Within an hour, I can't say for sure, within an hour after your stream, well, I got these messages.
Wow.
They were sent to me. They weren't sent to me from Beetlejuice. They were sent to Akita and Larry. Yeah.
How did we get here, you guys?
And I didn't release these messages. I didn't give T these messages until today. Was it today?
Yeah.
It wasn't until I saw what Jeremy was. Jeremy, I can't even call him by a name. What Roadhog was how he was threatening T on Twitter.
Yeah.
I let Akita know. I said, this is crazy. I tried to fill her in as much as I could about the Nat, but I mean, everyone knows when it comes to Nat, where do you start and where do you begin with her, right?
Oh
How
my
does somebody,
God, I
it's
know.
so convoluted. How does somebody actually get what you're trying to tell them, except that she's
No.
crazy?
I know. Remember the video she put out, and it was her, and she actually showed her face, and she was very calm and very well spoken, and she looked dead into the camera lens, and it's like you almost left that video going, wow, she seems, but then you remember, like, wait a minute, and then she would make a new video, and it would be like, just kidding, I'm evil, like I've never, and it's crazy because like seeing that video, like you almost like want to feel bad for her and want to like her and want to sympathize to some degree, and then you remember, oh wait a minute, she sent like these crazy, I don't even know what to say. I'm scared
And
to
the
say
thing
more.
is, I
Really
do,
am.
I listen, we all know what she is capable, but you can't help but to sympathize with her. I can't imagine. I don't for a second believe that her mental health issues aren't a thing. And I can't, I
They
mean,
have to be.
exactly, they have to be. And I can't imagine living,
Well,
what kind of existence is that, right?
Well, here's the thing, right? As somebody, I wish I knew who it was because it was like an awakening moment. It was somebody in chat a long time ago. I said, I can't figure out if it's mental health issues or if she's just evil. And then somebody said, you can be both. And I went, oh my God,
Yes.
you're right. You can. Like, we're always like,
Of course you can. You can be a
yeah,
very kind person, but you can also be an asshole.
you're supposed to
I
like
mean,
take
they're not mutually exclusive, right?
I just want this to end, guys. And the point of this whole thing, right, is like we need to figure out a system. And I want to have a stream, not tonight because I've been here for quite a while, but I want to have a stream soon. It's gonna be like black out the hogs or ice out the hogs, and I'm gonna change my profile picture. I'm not gonna speak their name, I'm not gonna tweet about it. Like I just want them to go away.
Well,
Like
that's just, I agree. I mean, everybody knows they're attention whores.
yeah,
And once you start giving them, everybody stops giving them what they want, they just fade into the abyss afterwards, right? Like, I mean, they'll just move on to another community. My heart goes out to that community, but it's time for them to leave this community.
right.
I don't have a channel. I rarely participate in chat. I just cannot know. I was no longer able to sit back and watch what he's been doing to women in this community.
Right. It's enraging. It really is.
And his subscribers and his mods are no better.
Right. It really is enraging. Like when I see him sit there talk about Shyla and what he did to Welsh
Oh,
Rose, telling her to get out of her wheelchair, like
all
who
of it.
said
It's
that?
disgusting.
It's like it's either gonna be ice out the hogs or black out the hogs. I don't know, dude, but we gotta do something because this is just not good for anybody. Imagine being one of us like directly in it, but like you guys, I go on Twitter sometimes and like my whole Twitter feed is like he did this, he said that, and I get it. I know it's shocking, right? And like you want to be able to get the word out about what a POS they are, but like it's become to the point now where it's just like, all right, guys, I think we got to figure out like how to ice them out because that's what you kind of have to do with people like this. But it's hard to do it, and I'm guilty of it too. Like they remember how I was gone forever, and the entire time I was gone, it was just constant, right? But I mean, I don't know. We got to figure it out. We'll have to reconvene at another time, and get more into that. But
Yeah, and I just wanted to let everybody know this was not my intention going in. I went down a rabbit. I mean, it was going real life without realizing I was going to real life. I thought I was just rightfully warning people, and it became this rabbit hole you just cannot get out of, and you
yeah,
don't even realize what you're caught up in.
right,
I
right,
was
right.
telling T in one of my voice messages today because I wanted her to hear my voice to know, okay, I'm legit. This is who I am. That if my husband knew, he would have me committed, and rightfully so. And I said I would go willingly because help me,
No,
please. This is crazy.
it is.
He thinks I'm listening to podcasts when I'm sitting there with my AirPods on. If he knew what I was doing, he would probably leave me. He'd probably leave me. And I would say, you should leave me. I do
No,
not
you know
want
what
to become of
happened?
me.
You know what happened, Garden Gnome or whatever we're calling you? It's so silly saying that. I think that we all got into the thick of like the Rona, right? And we were all home. A lot of us were, anyways, unless you're, a frontline worker. Thank you, by the way, if there are any of you out there. But like, I think like we all got like more invested in the internet than like we ever have before, and like we're kind of still in that weird phase where like we're used to just trying to find an outlet because everything was shut down for so long.
Absolutely.
And then
Yeah.
the unicorn stuff happened with Tati and KJ, and like we were all like, yeah, something to focus on. And like I don't know how we got here, but I don't want to be here anymore.
I agree. I
You
agree.
know?
And just to go back to what I was saying, I mean, when you're caught up in the moment, I didn't intend to go real life. And then I realized, oh crap, I've just gone real life. But when I got to know Akita and Larry, I thought this is their real life. And they
Yeah.
do not deserve this. They are such nice people. I've spoken on the phone with Akita, and we have talked about air fryer recipes.
Oh, I love the air fryer.
Oh, I love my air fryer.
I love it.
Larry has a penchant for Oreos. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, I love Oreos. Oh my God. If there is an Oreo air fryer recipe that I don't know about it, somebody please help. But anyways, real quick, one more thing. So here's the thing, right? I was thinking about how she won't, because I do have to wrap this up, but
Yep.
So remember how I was saying that oh no, that's what I was gonna say. Talking to myself in my own head, guys. I'll be okay.
I know it's a lot.
And they say I'm crazy.
It's a lot.
So, all right. So when Mrs. Hogg, here's something to think about. When you're sitting there and you're like, oh, I adopted this kid because my brother did this and this happened and that happened. Like, you have to remember, we all have to remember there are other people on the end, and there are people like, my source here who think about that person and go, oh my God, I wonder if that other person knows their kid. You know what I'm saying? There's thousands of people that watch all this stuff, and everybody has their own set of morals, their own set of standards. And you can only, when you lie on the internet, it literally only lasts for so long because somebody eventually is going to catch on,
Yes.
So maybe the moral, the lesson, and not the moral of the story, but the lesson here is like, just don't do that. Don't be lying. And if you're gonna point fingers at somebody, make sure your freaking hands are clean. How about that?
Well, that's just it. And those imaginary kids, and I don't even care if she has adopted children or not, but you know what? Those imaginary adoptive children of hers may be a fantasy in her mind, but they're real life to other people, those children.
Right, exactly. Thank you. You've said that a lot better
so
than I
you
did.
all could judge me on this, and I get it, and I welcome your judgment, but it has to stop.
Oh,
and,
hold on.
and that family needs to be left alone. They are good people.
They're
And they also have extended family that I'm sure this is affecting as well.
Yeah, I bet they are, because now they have to, because when you're in a family, you're in a family, so they're probably like, oh my God, they probably have to, I'm just imagining, I don't know, maybe vent to their other family members,
Of
and
course,
other
I'm
family
sure
members then they get upset, and it affects everybody. It's like a freaking virus. Like, it's not good for anyone. And there was just someone in the chat spelling everything all wrong, talking crap. It was probably one of them. Speaking of one of them, let me read to you one of the comments that was stuck in my filter. It cracked me up. I was like, oh, gee, could you be any more obvious? So it was from somebody named Athena Black Goddess, and it said, and what are you going to do? Dox my girl? What she hasn't told you, you were supposed to know. Go ahead. She's hoping you do. You won't like the outcome, punk ass bitches.
What? Wait, what?
I know, exactly, right? It said, I'm going to read it word for word. And what you are going to do, going to dox my girl, she hasn't told you. You were supposed to know. Go ahead. She's hoping you do. You won't like that outcome, punk ass bitches. Yeah. Okay, word salad. Thank you for that important message you left me.
Yes. Thanks for the PSA.
And like I said, just leave the robot cat alone. This whole like, oh, we're gonna get a private investigator. Like, hey, get your priorities together, man. This is the internet. It's not that serious. If people want to be anonymous on the internet, let them be anonymous. There's the reason why they're anonymous is people like you, because you're freaking crazy. Like, just knock it off. But anyways, thank you so much for coming up. I really am I'm thankful that you did. I mean, I get why you did it. I think everybody does, you know. And until you hear somebody lie so much, you start to like lose it, and you're like, okay, now I worry about other things. Kind of like me, how I went and checked on her, arrest, because I was like, oh yeah, who do you think you are? You know, it's only so much people can take of like the BS, you know.
And the thing is, if they were just lies and they weren't hurting anybody, that's fine. That's their problem. They have to live with it. But what they have instilled onto this community that has affected other people, that has affected women in this community, their children being doxxed.
Yep.
I mean, somebody was saying in your chat you guys were talking about how your daughter's name is out there. I've never seen that. I've heard about it. I don't need to know your daughter's name, and I do not want to know your daughter's name. I don't want to know their children's name either.
Right. It was not it's not something that matters to me. Like what your child's name is does not affect my internet life. I don't need to know. Right now, the other night, just to clarify too, people were asking about their kids and how many kids they have, and I just want to make this clear. Like, the reason why everybody wanted to know that is because they've heard so many different numbers from them. It wasn't because we were trying to be like nosy, like, and get inside their real life. It was just like people were curious to know if they were lying about that too. So that's why.
So
Yeah.
This is what I will put out there, and it actually is not coming from Akita, and this is 100% true. Akita was correct when she said Michelle has, okay, I want to just make sure, 1, 2, 3, 3 biological children. Jeremy has 2, and I'm leaving it at that.
Wow.
I'm leaving it at that. I believe Akita was being very truthful when she said, I'm not sure about Jeremy's children. She wasn't. But he has 2 biological children, and Michelle has 3 biological children. And that lines up with pretty much what she says for the most part. It changes from time to time. So I'm not putting out there stuff that she hasn't already said. It's the adoptive children that she throws in there that throws everybody off.
Okay. All right. Yeah, just to clarify, people like, you asking about kids? No, there's a reason why. But anyways, thank you so much for coming over and explaining.
I'm not putting any information out.
No, not you. No, when I was reading questions for Akita the other night, people were like, oh, why were you asking the questions about the kids? And I'm like, because this is why, because there's been so many different numbers, you know what I mean? Like, they were coming at me for even asking, and because like, you're right. Nobody should need to know anyone's names or nothing, but they have been inconsistent in the amount of kids, and it's because they have imaginary adopted kids, but hey, whatever.
And the thing is, we only see clips.
Yeah, exactly.
And we're just, I mean, again, we don't know where the lies or the truth start or end. Imagine their subscribers that listen to all their streams. How do they not pick up on these inconsistencies?
It's because they don't want to. That's the thing.
I guess,
like,
yeah.
They literally are blind to what they want to be blind to, because that's their squad. It's squad goals. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm telling. The liars table and then the cool kids table, and we're at the cool kids table, and they're at the liars table.
Yeah, it doesn't make it okay, but I get it.
It doesn't. It's frustrating. It's like, where is your integrity? Integrity all goes back to integrity. The whole reason why this started, you went at Todd Paulson because, you have no integrity, basically. But anyways, guys, we're going to...
Anyways, thanks for having me, AZ. And I just wanted to say, I am for anything that this has caused you. And there's no way I was not going. You're worried for... Sorry?
I'm mostly worried about Akita and Larry, but they seem like they got it all under control.
Yeah, you know what? They've got their shit together. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And I don't think that they would ever allow... I mean, they haven't allowed these people to be a thorn in their side, no matter how much she has tried. And I mean, yeah, they are really good people.
Yeah.
And I wish Mrs. Hogg was like the rest of her family. I really do. You know what? I say
there's always one in the family,
I say that sincerely. I really do. Because her life could have been so much different.
Yeah. Coulda, shoulda, woulda, but didn't. All right.
That's it. Oh, thanks a lot.
Come back up again sometime. I want you on the panel again, okay? Hey, Sue Elliott, I will check it, okay?
Okay.
All right, guys.
Bye,
all right, everybody have a good night. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for showing up.
Bye.
Be nice to everybody. Bye.